Our viewers what happened yesterday in a party line vote. House Republicans passed a non-binding measure demanding the Justice Department produce sensitive documents about the Russia investigation within the next 7 days, with some threatening to impeach Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein.
Let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. They want the FBI and the Justice Department to release sensitive documents about an ongoing investigation against Russia. I think that says just about everything you need to know about how unhinged they are.
Well, here's a little more. Alongside FBI Director Christopher Wray, Rosenstein appeared before the House Judiciary Committee yesterday, where Republican lawmakers berated him with accusations.
Mr. Rosenstein, why are you keeping information from Congress?
Congressman, I'm not keeping any information from Congress that it's appropriate.
In a few minutes, Mr. Rosenstein, I think the House of Representatives is going to say something different.
I don't agree with you, Congressman. I don't believe that's what they're going to say, and if they do, they'll be mistaken.
I disagree, but I think, and I want to know why you won't give us what we've asked for.
Sir, I certainly hope that your colleagues are not under that impression. That is not accurate, sir. And
it is accurate. We have caught you hiding
Mr. Chairman, can we allow the witness to answer?
Let me make this one point, then I'll let you answer.
Mr. Jordan, I'd like to
let me make this one point,
sir.
Where we've caught you hiding information. Then you can.
Your statement that I'm personally keeping information from you, trying to conceal information.
You're the boss, Mr. Rosenstein.
That's correct. And my job is to make sure that we respond to your concerns. We have, sir. Now, I've appointed Mr. Lausch, who is managing that production. And my understanding is it's actually going very well, sir. But your use of this to attack me personally.
Why did you? It's not
wrong.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. May the witness be permitted to answer the question?
It's not personal. I appreciate your service. It's not personal. We just want the information.
Mr. Jordan, I appreciate you saying it isn't personal. Sometimes it feels that way.
Being a former felony state judge,
yes.
If I had somebody like you come before me and now it was revealed later that the guy that signed and approved an application for a warrant had not even read the application that would allow spying on somebody, I would look at everything he signed from then on with a jaundiced eye. And I'm telling you, I was a little concerned about
to explain, sir?
Well, you have. You've said.
No, I have not.
Mr. Rosenstein, did you threaten staffers on the House Intelligence Committee? Media reports indicate you did.
Media reports are mistaken.
Sometimes. But this is what they said. Having the nation's #1 law enforcement officer threaten to subpoena your calls and emails is downright chilling. Did you threaten to subpoena their calls and emails?
No, sir, and there's no way to subpoena phone calls.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
It's a little overmatched.
So, Susan, you just wonder why these Republicans are so unhinged. I know Donald Trump's unhinged. I know that he sends out unhinged, all-cap tweets all the time. But if you saw the testimony, if you listened to the testimony, Rod Rosenstein, time and time again, they were mischaracterizing everything that had happened in that investigation. And all they would do is they were unhinged and they were yelling at him and they were making accusations that were false. And then when he finally got a chance to speak, he would say exactly what had happened. And that is exactly what's happening inside there. Any fair reading of the facts show that he's doing a straight job. So why were the Republicans so unhinged and acting crazy yesterday?
The only thing I can think is they think it's a casting call. I think they're auditioning for Donald Trump or another gig after they're done with their role in Congress. And I won't say that when they're done with their public service, because if you want to see what public servants are, look at Rod Rosenstein, look at Director Wray. These are people who serve their country with integrity. What we saw yesterday was so disrespectful to the American public, not to just those gentlemen, but to all of us as Americans. They don't care about finding what's with the truth. All they want to do is get their name and their face on TV, and maybe please Donald Trump because they want to get something down the road. But these members of Congress are disgraceful.
Well, and you know, Gene, they're playing. This is what the kids in advertising call micro-targeting. They're playing to a very small crowd. I know there's some people on, some hosts late at night on Fox News that sort of regurgitate this out, but even Fox News' president is starting to send out memos and having meetings. And that's happened here before in the past. It's happened here like a decade ago, where, you had the president say, enough.
Yeah.
There's some guardrails here. But those people that were unhinged yesterday lying, using their positions, gosh, and I guess Susan's right. I guess it's just casting calls for Donald Trump, because they're in this alternative reality where the only people that liked what they were doing yesterday would be people that were brainwashed, a small percentage of Americans, not many, Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin, because they are trying to stop the investigation into how Vladimir Putin influenced the 2016 election and how he is still trying to influence the 2018 election, according to our CIA director, according to Director Coates, according to Mike Pompeo, according to all of the intelligence chiefs, all of whom were appointed by Donald Trump.
Yeah, they're playing to an audience of one. Basically, they're playing to Donald Trump. They're in pretty safe districts, but they rely on the support of Donald Trump, or at least on his not attacking them in tweets, and they're trying to deep six this investigation that every professional, intelligence official, everybody who's at all objective has looked at, says, yeah, it's a totally valid investigation of what was done.
Can we underline the fact that these are not Obama officials that are saying that Vladimir Putin is trying to rig American democracy, that these are all intel officials who were appointed by Donald J. Trump?
Right. They were appointed by Donald Trump. They are in the main Republicans, lifelong Republicans like Bob Mueller and Rod Rosenstein and Director Wray. They are not at all handling this in a partisan nature. Quite the contrary. I think they have bent over backwards to try to do this investigation without sort of running afoul of the egomaniac in the White House, who was just crazed because of the way it implicates his campaign, and that's just where the chips fall. We will get to the bottom of this, I trust, but it's just disgraceful that those officials had to go through that yesterday.
Well, add on to this,
it is disgraceful. It's such good. Loyal Americans, good Republicans, loyal Republicans. Do you think when these Republicans came to work for a Republican administration, they actually thought that they were going to be screamed and yelled at by unhinged people in their own party? That's quite a divide from the Republican Party that we all grew up in, Abraham Lincoln and Ronald Reagan's party. And what happened yesterday to those two good Republican law enforcement officers who were just treated shabbily. Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.